Hello and welcome to my channel, the Grape Jelly Library, where we love to talk about books. Hello, my name is Flo. Thanks for joining me. I always look forward to your visit. Today, we are going to talk about a novel that I recently finished. That novel is The Lincoln Highway by Amor Towles. It was published in 2021. It is 576 pages long. It is a historical fiction novel, and I am giving this a 4-star rating. This is the third novel written by Amor. None of his novels are reminiscent to the other. They are all unique and different in their own way. Rules of Civility is his first novel, and that is the story about a 25-year-old up-and-coming starlet in the 1930s, and it spans 1 year. His second novel, my favorite, A Gentleman in Moscow, is about a middle-aged socialite who loses everything. He loses his social standing and all his worldly possessions, and that novel spans 32 years. This novel happens to take place in 10 short days, which is the significance of why he chose to descend his chapters rather than the typical fashion of ascending. He starts at chapter 10 and we end at chapter 1. He does that in order to build the climax of the final chapter and end result. So this is the story about 4 young boys, 3 of them who are 18 years old and 1 8-year-old Billy. The main characters in this story are Emmett Watson and his younger brother Billy Watson. We have Duchess and Wooly. Now one day, a bully named Jimmy Snyder encountered Emmett, and Jimmy, being a troublemaker, provoked Emmett into hitting him. Emmett is a kind of low-key, quiet, he's a good boy. But sometimes his temper gets the best of him. And so when he was provoked by Jimmy, he did in fact strike Jimmy, resulting in Jimmy hitting his head on a cinder block and killing him. Emmett is sent away to a juvenile detention center for approximately 1.5 years. When he learns that his father has passed away after about 1 year in the juvenile system, he is granted an early release because their mother, Billy and Emmett's mom, had taken off 8 years ago when Billy was a baby. And she was believed to be, according to the letters sent home, located in California. So Emmett is driven home by one of the juvenile wardens to square up the family affairs. They reside on the family farm. Emmett's father wasn't a very good farmer, and so things kind of got tangled up there, and it was decided that Emmett and Billy would leave town, pack up and leave town, because Emmett's reputation now was tarnished, and it was best for them to make a clean start. Well, Billy, my favorite character, is this adventurous 8-year-old boy who is very logistical and intelligent. He's the character that I resonated with the most. I found the most enjoyment with him. Although I do like Emmett very much. Yeah, Billy has my heart. So Billy suggests they go to California to try and find their mom. Emmett agrees to this move, but not for that reason. Emmett thinks California is more prosperous than Nebraska, where their family farm is located. And so in California, he might be able to buy and sell houses for a profit. So he is in agreement with his little brother. Emmett does happen to have a car where he is able to travel the distance, although he doesn't have very much money at all. Upon setting out on their journey, it is discovered that Wooly and Duchess, two of Emmett's acquaintances at the juvenile detention center, have escaped and hatched a plan to hitch a ride with Emmett. Wooly is a troubled rich kid, and Duchess is a troubled kid in that his father dropped him off at the orphanage when he was 8 years old and left him there for 2 years before going back to retrieve him. Wooly is bequeathed a small fortune, and he's trying to entice Emmett into taking him to the destination of his grandfather's house where this fortune is located. Duchess and Wooly take Emmett's car and leave Emmett and Billy stranded. Emmett and Billy hop a train and end up in New York City. Along those train travels, another adventure ensues where they meet several colorful characters along the way. This book is a wonderful read. I really enjoyed it. Comment below. Let me know. Did you read this? Did you enjoy it? If you haven't read this book and you would like a teenage boys will be boys kind of adventure, I would suggest reading this. True to Amor's writing style, this book is very fluid, so you should have no trouble keeping the pace and enjoying the adventures of what I call life. The adventures and the proceedings in this novel, could be nonfiction as far as I'm concerned. It's a very realistically told novel, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope that you will pick this novel up, and I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I did. Until my next video, book friends, know that I love you. Be well, be good, and be reading.